The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. This quote from Marcus Aurelius encapsulates the Stoic principle that our perception of the world and our emotional responses are largely shaped by our thoughts and interpretations. It suggests that happiness is not solely determined by external circumstances, but is heavily influenced by the way we choose to think about and interpret those circumstances. In essence, it emphasizes the power of our mindset in shaping our experiences and overall well-being. If we cultivate positive, constructive, and rational thoughts, we are more likely to perceive situations in a positive light and consequently feel happier. Conversely, if we allow negative, irrational, or pessimistic thoughts to dominate our minds, we are more likely to experience unhappiness and discontent regardless of our external circumstances. This idea aligns with the Stoic emphasis on cultivating wisdom, self-awareness, and virtue as means to achieve tranquility and inner peace. By recognizing and controlling our thoughts, we can exercise a degree of agency over our emotional states and cultivate a more resilient and contented approach to life. Dwell on the beauty of life, watch the stars, and see yourself running with them. This quote from Marcus Aurelius encourages us to appreciate the beauty and wonder of life by using the imagery of watching the stars. Dwell on the beauty of life suggests that we should take time to reflect on and appreciate the positive aspects of our existence, instead of getting caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life or becoming overwhelmed by challenges and difficulties. Aurelius encourages us to pause and consciously focus on the beauty that surrounds us. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them employs the metaphor of stargazing to evoke a sense of awe and interconnectedness with the universe. When we look up at the stars, we are reminded of the vastness of the cosmos and our place within it. By envisioning ourselves running with them, Aurelius suggests that we should recognize our own potential and sense of belonging in the grand scheme of things. Overall, this quote invites us to cultivate a mindset of gratitude, wonder, and self-reflection. By taking time to appreciate the beauty of life and our place in the universe, we can find solace, inspiration, and a deeper sense of meaning in our existence. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This quote from Marcus Aurelius encapsulates a central tenet of Stoic philosophy: the idea that our ability to control our thoughts and attitudes is far more powerful than our ability to control external events. When Aurelius says, "You have power over your mind, not outside events," he's highlighting the Stoic belief in the importance of focusing on what is within our control and accepting what is not. While we may not be able to control the circumstances or events that happen to us, we always retain the power to control our reactions, emotions, and interpretations of those events. By recognizing this truth and internalizing it, Aurelius suggests that we can find strength and resilience. Instead of being at the mercy of external forces, we can cultivate a sense of inner stability and peace by mastering our own minds. This perspective empowers us to respond to challenges with equanimity, wisdom, and self-control, rather than being overwhelmed by them. In essence, Aurelius is urging us to shift our focus from trying to control external circumstances to cultivating mastery over our own thoughts and responses. By doing so, we can navigate life's ups and downs with greater strength, serenity, and effectiveness. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. This quote from Marcus Aurelius is a call to action, urging individuals to focus less on debating abstract ideas of goodness and virtue, and instead to embody those virtues in their actions and behavior. This quote from Marcus Aurelius is a call to action, urging individuals to focus less on debating abstract ideas of goodness and virtue, and instead to embody those virtues in their actions and behavior. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be suggests that endlessly debating theoretical concepts of morality and virtue is unproductive and ultimately futile. Instead of getting caught up in philosophical discussions or attempting to define the qualities of a good person, Aurelius encourages us to channel that energy into practical action. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be suggests that endlessly debating theoretical concepts of morality and virtue is unproductive and ultimately futile. Instead of getting caught up in philosophical discussions or attempting to define the qualities of a good person, Aurelius encourages us to channel that energy into practical action. B1 serves as the solution to the dilemma presented in the first part of the quote. Rather than merely talking about what it means to be virtuous or moral, Aurelius implores us to actively live out those principles in our daily lives. In other words, the emphasis is on embodying virtue through our actions rather than merely professing it through words. This quote reflects Stoic philosophy's practical approach to ethics, which prioritizes virtuous behavior and moral integrity over abstract theorizing. By focusing on being virtuous ourselves rather than debating the nature of virtue, we can cultivate a more meaningful and impactful existence. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. This quote from Marcus Aurelius encapsulates the idea that our thoughts and beliefs shape the essence of who we are at a fundamental level. When Aurelius says the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts, he's using the metaphor of dyeing to illustrate how our thoughts permeate and influence the very core of our being. Just as dye imbues fabric with its color, our thoughts imbue our soul, our innermost self, with their qualities. In essence, this quote suggests that the nature of our thoughts, whether they are positive or negative, virtuous or base, constructive or destructive, leaves a lasting imprint on our character and identity. If we habitually entertain positive and uplifting thoughts, our soul will reflect those qualities, resulting in a more virtuous and fulfilled life. Conversely, if our thoughts are predominantly negative or harmful, they will taint our soul and hinder our personal growth and well-being. This concept underscores the importance of cultivating mindfulness and self-awareness in our thought patterns. By consciously choosing to nurture positive, constructive, and virtuous thoughts, we can gradually transform our inner landscape and cultivate a more resilient, compassionate, and fulfilled existence.